So today, let's talk banana plants. They're some of my favorite plants because they're beautiful and they are very tropical looking, which is important to me in our little beach house, that it looks tropical, and that's just what I like. So this is a banana plant. Now, you can see that it's about as, a little taller than me, and they're very nice looking. There's the trunk, but this is actually the pup, the baby. If you want to see the mommy, check this out. This one's about 15 feet tall, and if you look right there, boom, bananas. That's going to be so tasty. So this is kind of neat. This is what they look like when they fruit. So there's this red ball, and what it is it's basically a flower, and there's a big red petal, and you'll see they fall down on the ground as it opens. And every time it opens, it reveals a new row of bananas with flowers on the ends. And then each bunch of bananas is called a hand, and each banana is called a finger. And so they get bigger and bigger. You can see the first ones to open were back there, and they're a little bigger, and then they get smaller as they go down. So I'm not sure where this ends, but it'll keep going for a while. Now, they drip like nectar. It's like, and you'll see normally a lot of bees. It's super windy right now, so I don't think there's a lot of bees, but usually those flowers are like dripping nectar. And it's going to keep going, and what happens is when it fruits, it usually takes a year or two, and then it will fruit, and then the whole plant will die off, but it shoots off baby bananas as it goes. And so this right here is going to be the replacement tree, and I like that's actually a little bit better placement for our house. And then you'll see that what happens is these little shoots start growing, and so this big one looked just like this not that long ago. And there's a spot where one grew, and I replanted it in the yard. So let's go take a look at how it's doing. It actually has its own baby. We're going to split it off. So this is one of those plants that gives you more plants, which is my favorite kind. So here we go. Let's go look at it. So here's our banana plant, which is what we're actually here to look at. You can see I tied it off to kind of shoot it away. I actually had to do that with the one that was by the house as well, so it would clear the roof. So I can remove that once it gets tall. But you'll see that it shot off this little shoot right here. And what you want to do is wait till it has at least 5 leaves. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish. So this is a good time to move it. And what I'm going to do is just basically, I'm going to take a big shovel and I'm going to chop as deep as I can right there to split it off, and then retain as much as I can, just about a foot of dirt. I'll put it in one of these like probably 5-gallon pots, and then I'm going to plant it probably near the back of the gazebo to just give it a little bit more tropical kind of surrounding, or I might even go over the fence with it. And like I said, this one is actually a baby that split off of that original plant. So the babies will continue to have, I guess this would be a grandbaby, and we'll split it off. So, little tip for success, if you start digging around the bottom and then pour a thing of water, it will get much softer and you can do it. So you can see I jammed the spade shovel, that's the pointy kind, right in between the 2 trees. What, ma'am, what?
A giant spider on that leaf.
Oh no, well he'll come with us. Okay, so what I'm going to do is pull this, and you should hear it snap off the tree. There we go, perfect. I don't know if you can hear that, but now it's loose. See? One more thing, just since I got it out and you can see it really good, this is kind of what the root system looks like. So the tree kind of comes down and just stops, and then there's little roots that pop off. They're not crazy long. I'm sure I snapped some of them off. That should be enough for the tree to transplant. I've tried to transplant them when they're smaller, and that's been unsuccessful. So we'll see if I can preserve that guy. I'll probably just plant him back in the ground. Part of the reason I picked this one to move is that it's inside the gazebo, which is not where I want it to grow. And so I've done the same with ones that have popped up in the yard. And so here's another shoot. It looks like it was starting, it was under the ground. I couldn't see it when I got started. But it's interesting that even if they chop them off, like I accidentally mowed one time and I was trying to preserve it, what happens is just it comes right back out of the middle and grows back up. So they're pretty hardy when they're still attached to the mother plant. All right, so here we are. You can see on the back side of the gazebo, it's not quite as filled in, and that's okay. But just to give it a little more privacy, because that is a lot of times where I like to work. I get Wi-Fi in the gazebo, and it's always perfect in San Diego. I think I'm going to plant it right here. So kind of here's the corner of our property. I think it'll look really nice, along the fence line here, and then I think it'll be cool. So here's our little kit. We've got our banana tree with lots of roots on it, and we've got some compost that I made in the compost. And then we've got our banana plant. So we're going to dig a big hole and plant it with lots of compost, and I think it's going to go well. So here we are. That's our banana tree, and I think it looks really nice. You can see the other ones right over the fence. You can see there's nice compost in there, and the ice plant all around it. And the last thing that we'll do is I'll branch off right here. You can see there's a drip system there, and I'll just put a 2-gallon per hour dripper on there. because that will help sustain it to become a ginormous tree. And that's what I got.